welcome to you, our viewers. We welcome you today to our beautiful show, the show that is coming for us to meet with the minds and the hearts of those that mean to impact our communities and our societies. Today we are here on Let's Discuss It in G Media, and we want to thank you so much for tuning in and for watching us and for being here with us and for meeting with us in the heart. In the studio today, we are still tackling the same theme of the Women's Month as I still celebrate every woman who is making a difference in their homes, in their families, to your children, to your spouses, to your relatives. Women are powerful people. We still celebrate you today. The theme of this month is imparting hope. And today we have a topic that we are zooming into, and that is we are imparting hope looking at women in business. A very beautiful topic. You might be sitting today watching, you have so many business ideas, you've started some projects that did not go too well, or you are doing well but you want to be encouraged some more. This is the space where you need to be. I'm not alone in studio. I have very wonderful business women, mothers of the nations, virtuous women that we are celebrating in this Women's Month, and I want to give them an opportunity to just introduce themselves. Introduce yourself, Mama. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mama Evelyn, and thanks for having me here.
You're welcome.
Yes, my name is Kule Mahumapelo. I am the owner-operator of McDonald's in Mahikeng.
You're welcome, Mama.
Thank you, Ma.
It's an honor to have you, really. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
And I also have you. You're welcome, my guest. Please introduce yourself to your guest.
Good morning. Is it morning?
Morning.
Whatever time they are watching us.
My name is Ndofaya, the brand connector, the founder of the brand connector, the 50% owner of the hashtag indigenous food, and also the founder of the hashtag hiking spot weekends.
Yo, wow. You are loaded. You know, when you say indigenous food, there is something that you're welcome, my dear. It's an honor, a great honor to have you here.
Hello, Mama Kule.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ladies. You know, when she says she's a partner in indigenous food, I have looked at your pictures where you advertise your food, and every time I look at your pictures that you are inviting us to come and buy indigenous,
Wow.
I get hungry.
Good.
I get hungry. Her pictures are really beautiful, and I believe the food is also extremely sumptuous.
The food is delicious. The Maftaunians know. People in my family, they will let you
I've
know.
heard the buzz.
Yes.
I've heard the buzz. So you're welcome, ladies. We are here to impart hope to people who are out there just looking at us this day. And maybe just to kickstart the discussion, I want to know your journeys. I want to know where you are coming from, just in a nutshell. Mama, where have you started in business? Have you always been in McDonald's in business? Up there, like we see you, in business. Where did you start?
Thank you, Evelyn. Oh, quite a journey. You know, I'm from, I originate from Soshanguve. My maiden name is Kari.
All
So
right.
I had a mother, the mother that I drew an inspiration from. The mother was the mother that believed in hard work, the mother that imparted the entrepreneurial knowledge to us, the mother that also wanted always, and may her soul rest in peace, by the way, she's late, that always wanted us to be independent. And then she will always say to us, go to school, look for a job, but don't work forever. So basically that was the motivation from the beginning.
the mother.
Yes. So when I was a young girl, I used to bake cakes, to cook from home, to sew some items and then sew some items, and we sold those items out. So it was
Were
a
you
good...
sewing kamushini?
I was sewing gamushini, I was using needles, the crochet.
Yes.
Yes, so all those things. And then, from the high school now, I was selling, we call them then what, mapopotani, I don't know, the ice pops.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so I was selling those and so on. So it was a journey. And then, when I came to Mafikeng, before I came to Mafikeng, I was a public servant before. So I worked in mostly the office of the speaker for almost 15 years. And when I left the office of the speaker as a chief of staff for the manager in the speaker's office, that's when now I headed the department that was called the Labor Relations Section at the Northwest Provincial Legislature. So all the leadership qualities, your management qualities, everything, one got them from those responsibilities, if I may say so.
Yeah.
So with the business as well, taking into consideration my background, where I come from, as I alluded to when we started the interview,
Yeah.
I decided I'm not going to let my mother down. So let me just continue with all those teachings and so on. So most of us, we know the crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the crossing was built or constructed, I had a caravan there.
A
The
caravan?
yes, a caravan that was like Africanos restaurant traders, and I know you know it.
Remember.
Yes, so I was selling food from that
In a caravan?
I'm telling you, Mama.
Were you still working in the public sector at that time?
I was still working.
And your caravan was parked
I
there?
had employees that were working on that. So I had 2 employees then. So that's when I started to know how do I manage my employees and so on and so forth. So other than that, over the weekends or during the weekends, I was like baking cakes and so on. Mama, on your birthday, I'll bake you a birthday cake.
And it's soon, eh? My birthday is this coming month.
Okay, no, that's good. Yes. Yeah, so that's the journey. That's where all started and so on.
That's how you look back and you say business, you started with that thread to where you are now. It's very inspirational to see that, from the statement that your mother gave you to say, work, go to school, work, but don't work forever.
Yes.
That at some point became the motivation that I can't let my mother down.
Good.
And even though you had worked, how many years had you worked in the public sector before you broke away?
20 years, more than 20 years. I was in the public service for 20 years.
That's a very long time.
Yes.
And I think for our viewers, honestly, even today, I feel that someone might be watching. You are maybe working somewhere, and you have a drive, a business initiative. And you are thinking, I've already invested all my life here. I can't start anything at this point. There we have, she was in the public sector, and yet she had a caravan running. There is nothing like despising small beginnings. Whatever ideas that you have, start. That's what I hear from this.
Yeah.
Just do what is in you. Do the drive. Keep on moving. Just make one step. Having a caravan in the crossing and working in the speaker's office, someone may feel,
Yeah.
To juggle the
you
two.
know,
tough
to
life.
juggle is going to be also too much
Yeah.
for me. But you've got to love your vision enough
Yeah.
to plant it somewhere.
Yes.
Ask Filwe, listening to Mama like this, where now okare inspiration ya gago ya business, it's okay as you talk to us and our viewers as well.
Wait, honestly, I've always been a hustler. Mama knows. I've always had this thing. If somebody sells something, I've always had this thing of, let me help you sell
Sell what
this,
you are
and then
selling.
you give me this. I would go school long, I would make sure ke time ena kwa kere hela break iswa ke go make sure ke tswa wa ntla hela ke tswa wa ntla you were entitled to buy 4 packs ya dijo ne I would make sure ke tswa wa ntla ne and meal wa ka no go I think it was 2 nearly boma 350 meal wa ka magunya ka mabedi ka acha not we one le means le morwa means ne so I would make sure gore ke tlo go tswa ne and ke tlo go make sure gore ke rekela ba foba ne ba foba ke tlo go make sure ke ba rekela otlhe o mo tshwantse ampe 50 cents out of bond ne out of 50 cents that's why I'm going to buy my lunch with that money so this thing ya and it's still small but I always loved marketing but ke sna this saying ya dibuka but I could do it
You
ke
had
na
a
le
drive.
one I have
You
a
had a
drive for
drive.
it but I ka yela sekolong and I would start ka bo go marketa batho wa bona because now I'm basically into digital marketing, of which lona ke realize hana go etsa mama gore oh I'm actually here but I thought I was
on the other side.
I was on the side but ke tloletse ka mo so considering the 4IR the fourth industrial revolution and everything
Yes.
so me their business it was kana ke na le one man kana ke na le one because ke na le go sheba dilo tsaka because I've always did my marketing go di Facebook khale go ha ke tla go sheba gore bathong Moska 2010 ka 2010 mo ne ke postile mamang ke re o rekisa eng
I was
but
already
and I
doing
keep
business.
pila ke dira screenshot ke re mare this thing ya ka e tswa mo but
very
now I realize gore mare this is
It
what
was
I'm
business.
doing this is what I want to do
You know, Oski Felix out Hanong, I just see that there's something very significant that she has raised here, Mama.
Yeah.
And our viewers. And that is to say, the example you've given is very profound. That you are at school with the same students, friends, in the same class, in the same situation. You made sure that you step up. When it's time for break, you come out faster. whilst other children are still sluggish, doing other things that are necessary, you were already running to go and buy whatever lunch you need to buy and charge them for something they could have gotten for themselves. What does that speak to us? For me, it says determination makes you stand out amongst the rest. Even if the situation is not availing itself for here is business. It wasn't. I mean, in that situation, you can't really see business. But because you are a person locked up with ideas, locked up with a passion, for an entrepreneurial spirit within you,
Yes.
get up, do things in a faster pace, do things in a better way, see opportunities where no one else can see. I hope someone is watching, and someone who thought maybe this session we'll be talking about business principles and what have you. That's not what we are doing. We are simply saying, she can do it. She can do it.
I can do it.
I can do it. So can you. And situations presents themselves in hidden packages. Where you don't seem to see where there's an opportunity for business. You know. Earlier on, before we started the show, I also realized that you have attracted attention. You have attracted attention as an inspiration. That's why you are here today. But I also saw you on TV. I saw you on the Youth Day. I mean, during the Youth Month in June, you were invited to Channel 405.
405.
And that's we must applaud him, Mama. You know,
Well done.
from that spirit
done.
of running after break to go and buy and selling to the very same students, that spirit, keeping to it, has taken you to a place now you are on TV talking to people about young people and business. What an achievement, you know. What an achievement to get there. And I know is the grace of God and perseverance to say, I have this thing in me. I'm going to do it. Tell me, Ausndofai, you know, the number of businesses that you have mentioned there, there are many. She's not doing one thing. What is your message? What is your message? Because some people, I've heard people saying, focus on one thing. It works for other people. But I see it's not what you are doing.
Okay.
Talk to us.
They know I'm the enngwe le nngwe ke yone gang. Kore enngwe le yongwe e sebetsang,
Ke
use
yone.
it. You know what? The very same data I have 500 megabytes, I know I would get 10 clients. The very same data, I get I know I'm going to get clients. Ne? That's what I get. And the depend on I was selling meat. I used to sell makeup. I used to sell currently. I used to sell diaparo. As long as it works for you. If you can't multitask, you keep the clients are really happy, authentic and everything, then it's fine.
There is the key word.
Let's not
be authentic.
Be authentic. Be you. Just make sure that's it. Until we be communicate. Communication is very key. When it comes to how you step up, I've made a mistake.
Learn from your
Learn from mistakes. But what I'm saying this is how I do business.
I love your slogan, Mama, and I think I'll take it with me.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, one again. Now when it's working, it's working.
I better
We can't question
why change the winning formula? I mean, the winning formula. As long as it turns into gold,
We use it.
Let
it flow. Sorry, my dear.
All right.
So, you know, the whole thing is, from what I pick from here, authenticity is very important. Be authentic, be yourself. What works for certain people might not work for you. And what is streamlined may not really serve you. What is streamlined to be like a business principle may not serve you. Do what serves you and do what works. And don't despise small beginnings. Those small things. She sells shoes. She sells food. I went to a kitchen 2 days ago for a meeting, and I found her in aprons, you know, doing the thing. Do what works.
Kion.
I used to
like
like
construction
that.
company.
Construction company, Kion. You know, but like I'm saying, being authentic is very essential. Mama, you have actually moved from one level to another. You don't operate exactly like Ausndofai.
Yes.
Because from your journey, the way I've seen you, you were working. Yes, you put your caravan at the crossing, but there was a time after 20 years of saving, and thank you for saving the public sector for that long, Mama. You've
With
invested.
pride.
With pride. You've really served us well. So after 20 years of investing your time and your skills in the public sector and having your caravan at the crossing there, selling food, there was a moment where you felt, I need to stop and focus on this.
Yes.
You want to tell us about that now?
Sure. Thank you so much. And why do I inspire Rangwana? I'm inspired. Ne? So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mama, it was not only the caravan. Ne? I get what happened after the caravan. I opened the restaurant called Africanos Restaurant.
I remember it.
Yes.
I used to work there.
And she used to
Tell
help
Malemu
there.
she was working there.
Wow, Bona, that's good. Yes. And then, you know, that restaurant in particular, in Tusitsa Gore, I must prepare myself for bigger things like your
Yes.
franchise. Because basically there it was me, I conceptualized it. I had to make sure I've got systems in place. You know what, you try, they fail, you try, they fail, and then you don't give up. You're saying, let me push, and then, you know, you try something better time and again. So each and every little failure, it makes you, you realize you've got potential, actually.
And how to do things better.
Better. That's number one. And then number two, it's like, you know, you had to come up with your own meal. You designed your own menu. Ne? And then the menu itself, it was a trial run, Leona. So who will love this, who will love this? But the most important thing, I knew what I wanted to achieve. And I became so bold to a point that I didn't even put boundaries for myself. Even if they're saying there are barriers in the business, women can do it, women can make it, and so on. You know, I made sure, I'm going to be the first woman, if not one of the first, successful business women in Mahige. So that restaurant operated, it ran, I operated it. It produced a lot
How
of
long?
people. Almost 6 years.
That's right.
And then, because I wanted to franchise it.
Yeah.
But then there were lots of challenges and so on. So instead, it opened doors for me. Because that's when now I realized there are franchises. Instead of you doing it,
You can just get something that's already packaged.
Exactly, so that you can do it. So that's when we did it. And then, without marketing my business, we know we believe strictly in what we call it QSC, quality service and cleanliness. Little knowing, and by the grace of God, you know, that brand promise that we are using now in the franchise that I'm operating, it was there already. Ne? And then the nice part about it is that, you know, when you look back, you manage to develop people. Some of the managers that are in the franchise now that I'm operating, those were the kids or ladies or your
The people
employees
that were
that you
working with
groomed.
you.
Yes, that you groomed. An ordinary cleaner, you won't believe. She's here today. She's a manager at McDonald's. So, yes, Mama.
We really say big thumbs up to you, Mama, especially for that ability of getting into business and pulling other women up.
Yes.
Pulling not only women, but because we are in a Women Month, we seem to be focusing on women, but definitely both our sons and our daughters coming up in business, just to be a person who goes up and don't go alone.
Yes.
And see potential. You
Good.
know, what I seem to also pick from you, Mama, as you were talking about the shift and the way your business just moved from one thing to the other, opportunities that you saw within the restaurant that you ran for 6 years.
Yes.
It's a very special ability to say, I need to now stop. You know, to know that I've moved this far and now I need to stop is an ability that most of us don't have.
Yes.
When do you
That
know
courage.
to say close shop, start shop? You know,
Yes.
the courage, the boldness to say, I am doing a trial run of a menu. Maybe the menu I'm putting out there, people may not enjoy it. Observe and say, this is not working, it stops here. I think that's a message that I'm picking to say to someone who's probably trying things. May the Lord give you grace and get the hope today to say, know when to start, know when to stop. Know what's working and when to say, this is not working. I think it's important.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we keep pushing what's not working.
Yeah.
Know when to say, I think you're not rajik. Or something, or pause.
And you know what? Automatically, when something's not working, that's when, you know, energies don't lie. You know when something's not working.
Your energies
Wena,
tell you.
It will tell you. It will. Wena, you wouldn't have the thing to do it anymore because it's time for you to
stop it.
Stop it.
Or
Don't
to
do it
adjust
anymore.
it.
Or adjust it. Either way.
Yeah.
But you would feel it.
You know, I like the concept of the energy. You know, I was in a webinar recently, and they were talking about follow your gut.
Yeah.
You know, your gut always has a way of saying, that's the way to go. And we know there's a GPS within us that says, no, this venture you're getting into it will work.
Yeah.
Or this one, it may not work.
True.
We may call it the leading of the Holy Spirit.
True.
Depending on our faith. Some will say it's your gut. Some say it's your intuition. Whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But there is that directive that comes that
Good.
says, "Kinako ya no, step in." And I pray that as you are watching us talking, that spirit within you is telling you, you can do it. And it's time to step into those potentials that you see around you to do business. Nothing stops you. You don't just wake up and become a McDonald's owner-operator. You don't just wake up one day and become the person who's a brand connector who's being called to channel 4 or 5. You don't just wake up and become that. You wake up with something within your spirit.
Yes.
Respect it. Go for it. Do it. And you will get yourself one step forward. You know, Mama, as we're talking about these challenges, to say sometimes you've got to know when to stop. We know we have the pandemic.
Yeah.
We have the pandemic. We have the pandemic. And the question that I have now is, how have you navigated?
Yes.
How has it affected, without going into too much detail,
Okay.
but what are the impacts? Because definitely it has impacted our lives.
I'm telling you.
Yes. How has it affected business on your side? Positive and negative.
Yes, I can say so. Adversely so. With the business that I'm operating currently. And maybe allow me just to explain what
Yes.
does the owner-operator means.
Yes, please, Ma.
When we say I'm the owner-operator of McDonald's, I don't just own a business. The word operator means you must be 100% involved. Dedicate most of your time there.
I've seen you saving.
I'm doing everything, Mama. I'm doing everything.
always done- you've
Yes,
always been a
starting from
leader.
cleaning and
She's always
I'm
been a
the
leader,
host.
not a boss.
Yes, you have to do that. When you are a businesswoman, you're an entrepreneur, you have to be
Hands-on.
hands-on, involved at all times. So, to answer your question, it's COVID has affected everybody, all the businesses, adversely so. In my business, I used to operate for 24 hours. Now we're operating for 10 hours. So you can realize that, you know,
That
you
adjustment of time.
adjustment of time. You know, you cut those 12 hours. What is going to happen? And then the nice part about it is that I still have my employees. I didn't lose any of my employees. The positive side of it is just it helped me, you know, to review my business strategies,
Yeah.
to see how things, you know, how I can exactly that. And then not only that, but also also Evelyn, to say that you've got, they're my kids now. My employees are my kids now. So I don't even want to think of laying off some of them. But what I like about them, and that's why I like engaging them time and again. You know, they said there's a pie on the table. So let's all of us share that
Have
pie.
a piece of the
One
pie.
had a piece of it so that no one is going to lose.
Go hungry.
Akere mama.
Eish.
What
Yeah,
about-
you know, as we are listening today, maybe your business, you are actually in business and it has been affected. Of course it has been affected. There's no business that was not affected or is not being affected by COVID. Here are some of the tips to say changing of strategies. I like that advice.
Yes.
To say sometimes change strategy. You don't necessarily have to quit, but change the way we were doing things. You know, and look at it, what works and what doesn't work, and run with what works. And also learning from others is a very good empowering thing that we all have. To say, let's look around.
Yeah.
What are other people doing? Here are other businesses here saying we had to adjust our strategies.
Yes.
Maybe you need to look at your strategies. Maybe you need to look at the pie that is before you. How best can you slice it for the people that are around you? How did COVID affect you in the fire? Or maybe what opportunities did it present for you?
I don't know, I'm going to sound very weird.
Yeah,
Ne? COVID, for me,
it worked well.
for some weird reason. Yes, people died, and it's still, people are still dying, and it's here, it's a new norm. And, you know, we need to adjust things. You know, I was working on a project which was doing very well. When I came up with the hiking sport weekend, people were moving, like every weekend, people were going to Auto-Swap. There was this other lodge I was working for. They would go for hiking. So, and that lodge, it puts a lot of people, but since there's COVID, I cannot be doing you know, and then people are also afraid of going out,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
going
yeah.
to interact with people because of this
of
this
the
thing.
pandemic.
So, and also I was doing a lot of marketing for, you know, your local events, your nightclubs.
And now there are no more events.
There are no more events. So it has really affected
Affected business, yeah.
But secondly, hence I was saying, that was a blessing.
Yes.
And I've managed, like you're saying, go back and polish our skills.
Yes.
That's when I had time to polish my skills, you know. Kore ke testa musical small things and they would go wild.
Wow.
Ne? I used to sell wings and they went
Wild
like
wings.
wings. Like, you know, and then I started and like tse di tala, ne? Bo mogodu. And then still they went wild.
Wild.
You know? Maybe it's because people are spending a lot of time, but I would create for now it's a blessing. A lot of time, TV. That's when we get following. Because now for me, I need people, I need audience on my posts, I need shares, I need comments, so that
Yes.
because my business, I mean,
Is online.
Honestly, I don't care. It's weird. In blessed. You understand? My business revolve around algorithms. That is social media. When people interact with me, that's when
The
I go
business is
bigger.
going big.
I go bigger. So hence I'm saying, with this one, I will say I'm blessed and
yeah,
at
it's
the same
like,
time.
you know,
But it like
it
bereka,
opened
but
opportunities.
but
You know, with that, I think also we can pick to say, in every adverse situation, Mama,
Yeah.
in every adverse
always
situation, there is an
something good.
opportunity, Mote. There is always something good you can carry along. You know, what is it that is discouraging you? What is it that is stopping you from just going for your dream? Is it, if COVID has become so huge for you, isn't there an opportunity in this disadvantaged season that we all find ourselves in?
Yeah.
You know, the way she says she sees a blessing. She saw a blessing in it because she now taps into social media. Just do what works. And your slogan again?
enngwe le nngwe ke yona.
Enngwe le nngwe ke yona.
Ngwanake.
Because of COVID, she started Minoto. Ngwanake. She did something else. Ngwanake, because she was just trying out different things. Try out.
Yeah.
You know, try out different things. And we believe that even as you are watching us, there is something good that can come out of this discussion for you, our viewers. For you, our viewers. Be inspired. May hope be imparted to you to say, business is possible. Business is possible.
Oh, nice.
Would you say challenges for women in particular?
Yeah.
I think we all have challenges.
Yes.
Both men and women, we all have challenges.
Yes.
Sometimes personally, secretly, I feel challenges for men are more because a society has made us to look at men and say they are the providers. Culturally, the burden on men seems to be too much.
Too much.
But I think there are bigger challenges for women. Mama, what would you say about the challenges of life? You know, you've got to juggle yourself. You are managing, operational manager for McDonald's. You are a mother. You are a wife. You are a community person. You are this many badges that you are wearing. What are some of the challenges that you come across and how do you navigate around them?
Okay, sure. Yes, ma. Rightfully so. I'm a mother. You know, it's all about balancing your work, balancing your priorities and everything else. So as a person in business, you know, the challenges will be, also you said it rightfully so, to say that I'm a community person.
Yeah.
You know, when coming to social responsibilities, that's my passion. Nobody's going to stop me if I have to assist
do
somebody outside and so on. But then also there has to be a balance. One challenge. Ne? Rona bomme, what is happening is that you want to touch the life of all people
Everybody.
at the same time, of which is not possible. And then if you go all out touching the lives of one or two people, you feel you didn't do much.
Yes.
So you just want to do everything on your own. Secondly, ke issue ya gore, when I have to give somebody pair of shoes or to deliver some groceries somewhere, or you know, the issue start dignity, where I have to come in and, you know, improve some dilapidated structures, houses, toilets, and so on. It's like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you have spent so much
Time.
time, resources, all everything else, but you
You
can
don't see maybe the results. That's how you feel.
yes,
Yeah.
or you can do more.
Yeah.
But you know, whether we like it or not, resources will always restrict you.
Yeah.
Like one resource is time. You
Exactly.
cannot be everywhere
At the
at the
same
same
time.
time. At the same time, Mama, the challenges will be, with me in particular, I've learned to embrace challenges. I have learned to to learn and turn my challenges into success. Ne? So, and that one also,
Yeah.
if I borrow from my husband's quote, challenges are a necessary platform for success.
Wow.
So basically, what I've done is that those challenges, even if how big they may be, people thinking, "Hore, you cannot even achieve what you want to achieve." Ke gore, what I do, I cannot the boundaries. Because that one yona is there. So now maybe my slogan ke makgona tsotlhe. Ne?
Yeah.
I believe in perfection. I'm a perfectionist, and so that if you fall, at least on a fallback position.
Position,
But
yeah.
you would have achieved everything the way you wanted,
It.
you want to
So
achieve
being
it.
meticulous, giving the best of every little thing that you are doing.
Yeah.
Not looking down on little responsibilities around
Yes,
you.
yes.
Every task, doing it to the latter.
Exactly.
And what is that slogan again? Every
Makgona
challenge
tsotlhe. All the challenges are a necessary platform for success.
for success. There we have
That's
it.
also us.
That's very powerful. And Makona Tsotle is also like a hair slogan to say anything that works.
Yeah.
We can do all things.
Yeah.
We are women of power.
Yeah.
We are women of substance.
Yeah.
No fire, you are in a different space. When I talk of challenges from Mama's side here, she's a mother, she's a wife, she's a business leader there, and all those things. She's a community person. You might be also those titles, but you are young. That is why even in June, they called you to 405 to come and speak to the youth. You are very relevantly placed in our lives to say to the young people out there, what are some of the challenges that as a young person, maybe we might not experience it, but you are experiencing as a business person who is a young person. How do you navigate the challenges of being a young woman in business?
In terms of my restaurant, my digital
Business.
and my marketing company, challenges it will be in terms of my business, resources. Your resources. Also in this, I need data. I need proper phones.
Resources,
I need
yeah.
those for me.
Those are the challenges.
Those are the challenges for now, but I don't do challenges, man. I don't entertain challenges.
Like that.
I
do
don't like
challenges.
I don't like attending like challenges because there's somebody who knows her. So there must be somebody
Who can assist in that?
who can just that it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
Patience. I believe in patience. Like I believe in mamelo tswala katlego. I don't know how to mamelo
Perseverance.
perseverance. It's and even before I don't even want to talk about our government. They will assist. They will assist when the time is right.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
And maybe not only they will assist, they are doing something
They are doing
already.
something.
It always feels like not enough.
Yeah.
But we cannot
It's a matter
we
of
cannot
time.
rule out that government is doing nothing. It's a matter of time. They will also do more. But what they are doing, we are grateful.
Yeah.
And we have a role to play. That's what I always say. In as much as we wait for people to assist, resources to come out from somewhere, because we've got a generation of young people that are entitled, that feel like somebody owes me, somebody must do something for me. If it's not my parents, they must give me. It's the government, they must do it. Or someone there must sponsor me. We want to create, as women now, we want to impart a new generational spirit that says, you've got it within you. Let help come.
Yeah.
Along the way. Let it find you on the way.
Exactly.
Like I see you, you are not waiting. You don't do challenges.
Yeah.
I like that. You don't do challenges. So you're not sitting there and waiting. I have challenges. Government must give me. I am no fire with a vision. The government must come to me. You are doing this and doing that. Resources will meet you along the way.
That's how I feel about
Help will come along the
challenges.
way.
It will come along the way while I'm still doing what I
Pushing
need
your
to do.
vision.
and doing
Very
how I feel
inspirational.
sometimes.
Very inspirational. I think there are young people out there watching us today. Young people, she started just from taking the opportunity of getting out on break time on time. just to make a few more cents from the lazy friends. I'm sorry to put it that way.
Yeah.
You know, see an opportunity, seize it. It may be small, it grows you. It teaches you business principles, to be on time, to be faster, to be a pacemaker, to be a brand maker, to show people that actually you can make money out of this where people never saw a business opportunity. What a very fruitful discussion. What a fruitful discussion. I want you, Mama, as we wrap up our show.
Sure.
It's just unfortunate because sometimes I feel like we could sit here
And talk
and talk
Yeah.
and say more
And
because
now-
there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot within us.
Exactly.
But there must be that one word you want to leave an impact with the viewers. What is that one word that you want to leave with your viewers today?
Yeah. One word is gonna be very difficult, Mama, and like because now I can feel I'm starting to relax now.
And you want to go
and
on
I
and
want
on.
to go on and on.
Wait, I feel like, I don't know.
Okay, what I want to say, Mama, allow me maybe in 2 minutes, ne?
Yes, please.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. What I want you to do, born one again. You know, normally when I'm saying born one again, it's like I want you to listen. I want you to take what I'm going to say, and I want you to learn, and I want you to go and implement everything, or if not everything, most of the things that I will be saying, because it's possible. Because God created us in so many different ways. And he blessed us with lots of talents.
Abilities,
ne,
yes.
and abilities. So the word that we must use from here is that I can, we can. Ne? And then the other thing is that, like I said, I'm inspired by Ndosi as a young person. Young people, women especially, if you want to be successful in life, make sure that discipline, we're talking discipline all the way. If you are disciplined in all respect, hard work, be humble, and then obviously you don't limit yourself, like I said earlier on. And then the second one to me is that rightfully you said we mustn't wait to say the government will do 1, 2, 3, 4 for us. Let's try some way.
Yeah.
Ne? Be a go-getter, be a trendsetter.
I like that.
So that somebody may say, oh, if Ndosi managed to do it, I can also do it. And then you know what we're doing again? We need to educate ourselves. And then I'm telling most people that education is not like going to a formal education and so on. Read, do a lot of research.
Yeah.
Whatever business you want to be involved in, make sure you are so empowered on it, research about it, and then know what will be the advantages and disadvantages. Secondly, you are not going to be successful if you don't have a mentor. You must have a mentor. And then what I want to wrap up with Mama Evelyn is that, the support.
Yeah.
We enjoy lots of support.
Yeah.
I got support from my family.
Yeah.
As a franchisee, my CEO in McDonald's, together with his team, they are supporting me. But it depends on what is it that you're going to do with that support.
The support.
You don't have to relax. Actually, the support must find you or try a number of things. You understand
Mustn't
that.
fall on empty,
And then
on an empty
because the
space.
support comes when they see
You
Libona
attract
Batula,
it.
these
Correct,
people,
you
you attract.
Yes.
you're
Attract the
right.
support.
Definitely that. Yeah. So basically that is that, Mama Evelyn, to say that you must know everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible as long as you've got that drive, that edge to want to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. It's possible you can achieve it.
Thank you
yes.
so much,
And mentorship is important because you must get somebody that will guide you along
and take
the
you
way.
along.
and
Sometimes
so
we
on.
have a fear on that area of mentorship. People feel that if I bring someone, they're going to feel like they're owning my business. It's an unprogressive mindset.
Exactly.
Managed
Having
to-
people that have done the thing before and getting advice and being helped to walk the journey by someone who has paced there before
Yes.
does not necessarily hand over your powers to that person, but actually strengthens your powers within you
Yes.
to learn and to drink and to suck from those that have walked the path before.
Exactly
Thank
that.
you very much, Mama.
Yeah.
I take that for myself, and I believe our viewers are taking it for themselves to say, be a hard worker. Be focused. Nothing is impossible. You reminded me of a scripture in the Bible in Philippians that actually says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You can do it. She says there's nothing impossible. That's the message we get today. So you are watching, you are listening. We wish we had more time because I think there's so much more.
Yeah. Maybe as
Don't
an
doubt your
example,
abilities. Yes,
Mama.
please, Mama, do.
Yeah, so that I can just motivate them as well. You know, from the McDonald's, a cleaner, you know, like I'm saying, we do have a manager that started as a cleaner. And then, you know, it's because she deserves it. It's not like, you know,
Re mo utlwetse botlhoko
re mo utlwetse
fela.
botlhoko, ra mo promoter and so on. But you know,
She worked her
gore-
way up.
I'm telling you, and you know what impressed most of us in McDonald's, even head office, is that even if as a cleaner, you know, you do hostessing work. You sell the product in the business. You communicate with people, you interact, and so on and so forth.
So you're marketing right there.
I'm telling you. And then, you know, this woman, it was like every time, because it's mama, what like something else. You know, I saw this more the social media. And then, is it possible to attend?
She'll be asking.
She'll be asking. And then I can see where there's a women convention, nationally or internationally. How do you involve us? Why? So basically, that
spirit
that
of-
is the spirit, Mama.
Eish.
More business in Gape. I'm sorry for the last
please,
time.
please go, Mama.
You know,
Go
in
for it.
business, what I've realized and learned over time is that when you are blessed, when God say, because it was not within my right to be the owner of McDonald's, my thinking. You know, I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
To
Such a
say
privilege, yeah.
it's a privilege. Now I'm saying because God, you have blessed me so much, and then you know how many women in Mafikeng, ne? And in the northwest province in particular.
In particular, yes, because
And
we
then you
waited for
decided
McDonald's for a long time.
exactly. No, Kule, you will. You
do
will
it.
be the owner operator. You know why? It's because God wanted you to help him in touching the lives of people differently. And then, Mama, you know, for me to be the owner operator of McDonald's, most people don't know. I have to go for a training at McDonald's. You know, I had to, you asked the question earlier on. I now remember I didn't
Yeah.
answer it. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
You know, I had to decide whether I resign. Because when you resign, you go for that training, you don't earn any salary. Because that's how they were also building your attributes, if I may say so.
Yeah.
So it's like
Your work ethic.
your work ethic. Thanks for that. So what happened is that I went for that training the whole year. And with that training, they didn't say you're going to be the owner operator and so on. I can show you, I still have some of the marks. You know, you go to the kitchen, literally, you do cooking, you clean, you do everything that everybody is doing in McDonald's. So that you can.
Moment, sorry, Mama, at that moment you have left your paying job.
I've resigned. I decided, let me resign.
Yeah.
You know,
And focus.
and you know, sacrifice my monthly salaries and so on. Of course, the family was there to support
help,
me
yes.
and help. But you know, I decided, okay, I pack my bags, I resign, and then I'm going for that
Focus for
training.
this.
So I went for that training for a year. Moving from one restaurant to the other, different restaurant, you know, just learning the practices and so on. And I must say, you know, thanks God, and I'm thankful to say that, you know, this brand, this brand, I normally call it the big M, as in McDonald's. You know, this brand is not all about own our business. It's all about how do we empower you to empower yourself.
Empower yourself within
Yes,
this space.
within this
franchise
space. So basically, that's the training that I went, and you know, that's why I'm saying it takes courage.
Yeah.
It takes courage. So live your comfort life. I was comfortable in the public service, getting my salary every month, and so on. Comfortable, not in a sense that I was not doing anything. Like I said, I've served
Yeah.
public service with pride.
Pride, yeah.
But I'm saying sometimes we need to leave our
Leave the comfort zone.
Comfort
ne?
zone.
Yes.
Yeah, the fears. You know, the driver get fears, unknown fears,
Unknown
hore.
fears.
And you don't know, hore, you've
What is
got
ahead.
opportunities ahead of you that you can flourish and fly and so on. So that's why I'm now operating the business, because I was part of that. I know each and every little thing. You ask me about the product, how do we do them, and so on.
You have owned it.
I mean, exactly.
And I think you're just you're shedding a light to me to those business owners that are having it very well. Everything is going well for you. The reason why you could respect the cleaner, Mama, is because you've walked in that space. For that 1 year, you were able to clean, and you know what that person is going through, and you passed that. You went in the kitchen, so you see people with an eye of an experience to say, I've cleaned before. She can also step up from cleaning.
Yes.
She can cook. From cooking, she can manage. She can actually head something, you know.
Yes.
So as we have our businesses, let's expose ourselves to the operational works within our businesses so that we master what is going on the ground.
Exactly.
So that when we look at the people that are working with us and for us, we can respect the space that's the advice that I'm getting from
Leadership
you today.
skills.
Yes,
The
ma.
leadership skills
And
and the
leadership.
abilities that these people are actually giving
Yes.
to the business.
Yeah.
What would be your last word to our viewers, Nofaya? Mama, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma.
What would you add to the people that are watching us and your wrap-up words to them, inspiring them? What would you say?
You know, it will be particularly for the young ones, but the young women from the village.
Yes, please.
You know, people will say, man, that's what you're doing. Why Gauteng? How many of them go Gauteng? Why get you know, you can do this. Because lately now I've seen people are starting to call them which is good. I'm inspired, I'm happy it's doing.
Yeah.
I'm not even afraid
Competition.
cloud market.
Yeah.
No. I don't know cloud market.
Re ka se fetse mafika.
And ibile mongwe le mongwe o na le batho ba
Portion
gagwe
ya
le market
gagwe.
wa gagwe. It's big enough for all of us. You know what? And I ke batla gore o sa nagana gore because o ko motseng or I don't know o na le dilo di limited. Simple thing like now I've worked a lot of time ka o mo tla nagana gore a ka tla gore bolela ka di club. But it's Maggie, that's how people ke the way ba ira tšhelete bona ka teng, ke the way ba phelang ka teng, ke the way go beang dijo mo tafoleng.
tafoleng,
Understand? Go le batho ba bang they will think Mario gore ha re ya go event e rileng event le go ya bo mang ba ba rileng ke re no le rona ba ngena ba go motsoseng ba go nya ga ya
Re ya
mo
ko
ke teng mo go tsamang ka teng le leng go ira event ba ngena ba motlhabe ba funa ba re gele ge batla go event le ke re that's good sa nagana because of it's a ke batho ba rileng ba ba level e
rileng.
rileng so
So you
therefore
don't
when it's
qualify.
limited no ha gona dilo tseo even all these clubs getting on a VIP section ha gona there's nothing wow about it. That's why I normally tell people and I will go somewhere and I'll give a review gore and really they had false sally 1 2 3 of which but not gore ke ba crash or something but gore you must know these things are happening o sa nagana go ha o ile ko it's holy everything
It's for certain people.
it's for certain people and but but like bangena ba ko motseng rona nothing is limited man.
Just
Yeah.
go
It's
for
a matter
it.
of the confidence. You need to have your confidence.
Confidence, yeah.
Confidence. Wear your confidence because you need your confidence.
I like that.
Go to those people. Bua le batho. Itsenye mo bathong. O sa go le mo ba tla nagana o rata dilo. Mare I get that a lot. Gore e o rata o itsenya mo dilong gore it's not even about that. Nna ke itse ke se batlang. Step up.
Step up,
Have
know
that
what you
thing.
want.
And by so doing, all right. Kore ke magetse I was listening to Motsweding this morning when Semex was talking. A bua ka purpose of ya go phela.
Yeah,
Ne?
your purpose for living.
Your purpose for living. O tle gopola le ngwana monyane gore kana o tletse eng mo. You understand? But o sa lebale gore go tswang teng le go yang go teng. O ntse le gang. So hence ke re batho nothing is limited.
Yes, and I like your focus to say, especially for the people in the rural areas.
Yes.
You know, I just want to say, to add to what she's saying here, to say, you know, I've heard someone saying something very powerful before. Ari, you are not where you come from. You are not where you come
I
from.
know people hey na ke nna hey na sa ntlela na ha ke starta sa rona sa motho se
Thank you.
Na ke
You are not
I'm
where you
bold
come
hey
from.
lona sa tla go ntsaela ke starta sa motho se
Exactly.
nna so se ka bona gana go because una gana because ke
Ke tswa ko
la le
motsoseng,
dipuo
so
tsa
ke
gore
motsoseng nna.
so na gana re go ga gona ke ituna gana re ka ntloela like don't ever
Undermine and look
undermine
down.
yourself.
But I think it starts from what you're saying, Mama. It starts from you not looking down on yourself.
Exactly.
You see this
Yeah.
confidence.
Exactly.
People will not look down on you because you don't look down on yourself. So my viewers, those who are watching us today, wherever, maybe you wake up from a house that you can't point with pride, but you are not where you come from.
Yes.
You are who you are within you. despite where you are coming from, you know. Don't sit back there and say, "Rena re tla reng, bana ba ko motseng, re tla reng rona re nna mo mokhukhung, re tla reng rona, you know, ha rena dikoloi, re tla reng rona ha rena
This is what I get a
di-makeup,
lot.
ha rena di-weave."
This is what I get a lot.
You know, as women, let's be driven by who we are within us and press and push
buttons.
and do and go out there in confidence. I am very empowered by you, my sister. I want you to know that you are such a force. And you know, as we round up this talk, Mama, I feel that these discussions must also come up with resolutions.
Yeah.
You know, like discussing like this, I feel resolved within myself to say, Mama, I'm putting it to you and to yourself, Sisi, that we need to have networks
Amen.
that continue.
Good.
We need to build networks of women that we can say there is a place that women that are starting business can come, Bato Anya,
That's so powerful.
can come and be inspired. And I'm going to take it upon myself and upon you and upon you.
Yes.
We are going to be accountable to our viewers that are watching us today.
Definitely.
As we are declaring it here today, it's something that is born right here on the table.
Yes.
To say we need to birth a networking of women where that place, you who is watching, you are pregnant with visions. You can say, "Irikie kwale, there's a place where I can go." Actually, when you are pregnant, you go and give birth in a hospital. You can't say you're pregnant, give a birth, so. You need the midwives. You need people that have walked the
You
journey
need
that
those
can say,
labor
push.
pains. You need those labor pains.
They will
And
say
you
push.
prepare before. Exactly.
Exactly. So
for that
we
baby.
are going to be accountable. And to our viewers,
Promise.
we are promising you that from this discussion, we are birthing something else that has been conceived right here. Another body is coming. A certain body where people can run to and say, "I have this vision, I need just strategic advices. Let me go to that place." We will announce it in due time. Or what is it that we have come up with? Because I feel we can't just discuss.
Yeah.
Someone there at home is watching and is saying, "So ya nong ke utlwile gore engwe le engwe ke yona. I've got this and I've got that and I've got that. I also heard that she served for 20 years with pride. I am working. How do I now know that it's time to say, I am giving a year of sacrifice? How do I know when the time is right?" A platform is going to be created where we can actually come and consult. And with those words, I am rapping, unfortunately, to say our beautiful show
We are now starting to read
end
out. It looks
here.
like we can go.
It has to end here, you know. But we will definitely we're going to meet again on a different platform to say, how do we take this baby forward?
Wonderful.
How do we take this platform forward? How do we open up ourselves for women out there and men to come, knock on our door, and what are we offering them?
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time. I want to thank you for G Media, also for the technical team, for everything that has happened in studio today. I believe that we have been empowered, inspired, imparted with hope, and I believe that your vision today, you have embraced it again. Whatever you had dropped, pick it. Enwelengwe kiona. Enwelengwe kiona. Pick your vision. And with those words, I want to invite Brother Shakes Kafela to please come to the studio and just give us a beautiful piece of music. I thank you, my guests, for
Thank
being
you.
in studio with
Thank
me
you.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Invitation.
much.
So much.
What a beautiful show.
Aish.
Shakes Kafela, you're welcome.